So the Big Windermere Survey is a citizen science initiative, and citizen science is basically bringing together concerned communities to gather data and evidence to understand better the issues that they might be concerned about, particularly on places like Windermere. So what we've done at the Big Windermere Survey is we've brought 350 volunteers together, and collectively over the last 2.5 years on 120 sites, once every season we've gone out and we've sampled water quality. Today we've launched the Big Windermere Survey 2.5-year summary report, and that report focuses on nutrient data, which is showing in many places the Windermere does not meet good ecological standards, so in many cases it's at moderate status. And then we turn our attention to bacteria. So we have 4 Environment Agency bathing water sites which hail the fact that everything is at excellent status. But what our survey has done, because of the level of detail we've gone into and the seasonality, we've managed to show that in certain areas of Windermere, particularly in the North Basin, bacteria in terms of bathing water standards is at poor status. So that is not excellent, and it is the lowest status that can be attributed to bathing waters.
So Windermere as a lake especially, but it is the case for all water bodies across the UK, encounter a number of pressures, and these are, primarily human-related pressures. So there is wastewater that can come from either from sort of main sewerage and water companies or private locations. There is agricultural pressures, so agricultural runoff from the landscape, runoff from urban areas and the road, and the pollution that comes through. And these all impact the water in different ways. So as we've heard here today, the bacteria can affect the water for human safety, but also for animal safety. High levels of phosphorus can contribute to something called eutrophication, which is essentially a sort of type of ecosystem collapse. So what we need to do is address those pressures, and if we do that and reduce those inputs, then we are moving towards a more naturally functioning lake, and ultimately if you try and get something functioning naturally, everything else should follow.
So there's 2 reasons really that I got fundamentally involved in the Big Windermere Survey at its outset and helping to design it. The first one was to engage members of the community in understanding and actually helping to monitor water quality in Windermere. And that's been a really valuable part of the project, and I hope that continues into the future, both at Windermere but also in other freshwaters within the area, to engage members of the community in actually helping us to monitor and understand these freshwaters. The second thing I really hope for is that we can work with partners in the catchment to drive changes that actually lead to real improvements in Windermere's water quality. Clearly, the Big Windermere Survey has created this unique evidence base telling us about water quality. The challenge now is to work with partners with the remit to enact change in the catchment so that we can protect Windermere in the future.
I am optimistic that things are changing and are meaningfully changing. And a lot of that is to do with actually community speaking out and raising their concerns, and NGO advocacy groups. I do think things are changing, but I think they're not changing fast enough. So that is where I'm hopeful, but also I am concerned.
So on the back of this report today, we're calling on the Love Windermere Partnership and Secretary of State Steve Reed to do 3 things. We would like them to investigate these pollution hotspots that we've identified and where necessary intervene to address the pressures. We would like the number of bathing waters sites increased, and also to undertake that sampling on a 12-month basis, because people swim in this lake all year round. And lastly, we would like better investment in independent and trusted sources of science to help people make better and faster decisions to rejuvenate this wonderful lake.